Well, some early morning cheer coming in for Indian equities as Morgan Stanley today went in and upgraded their stance on the Indian equity markets to an overweight stance from, an earlier equal weight stance that they had. Morgan Stanley upgraded their rating on India, but on the other hand, has actually gone ahead and downgraded their rating on China to an equal weight stance as they believe that the outlook for India is currently much brighter compared to China. Now, here's actually, what they believe as far as the list of changes are concerned, as far as the Asia ex-Japan portfolio is concerned, downgrade on Australia as well as China. Now, when you're talking about, what exactly Morgan Stanley is saying, as per Morgan Stanley, the reasons for upgrading India are manifold. They are especially bullish as far as India vis-a-vis other emerging markets, given the fact that, Morgan Stanley believes that in an India versus China debate, India stands out favorably in most of the comparable parameters. Here are the key reasons for their upgrade at the current levels. The relative valuations for India are less extreme than in October 2022, while they also believe multipolar world trends are currently supporting FDI as well as portfolio flows. India's reforms and macro stability agenda underpins a strong capex and profit outlook, and the key reason for their optimism is India's young demographic profile that is expected to support equity inflows in the coming years. Morgan Stanley has also done a very interesting comparison of India's key parameters versus China, and India comes out on top in most parameters. Morgan Stanley believes that with GDP per capita only at $2,500 per capita versus $12.7 thousand for China and positive demographic trends, India is arguably at the start of a long wave boom at the same time as China may be ending one. For India, manufacturing and services PMI have rallied consistently since the end of COVID restrictions, but on the other hand, in contrast to the rapid fade seen in China, private equity firms are expanding in India at the same time as they are struggling with exits in China. Morgan Stanley also says that their economic teams thinks the trend GDP growth in China is likely to be around 3.9% to the end of the decade versus much better 6.5% for India. Finally, Morgan Stanley has made key changes to their Asia Pacific ex-Japan portfolio. They have gone ahead and added L&T as well as Maruti, while at the same time removing Titan from their list.